I have to tell you something. The only time that I have really had a cold wind blowing through the only time I've ever had a real cold chill run down my spine for real true evil when I'm watching the news, I think has to be, when it comes to our country at least, I think the only time I've done that is when I first found Van Jones. I knew exactly who he was. Nancy Pelosi. You really think these people are your friends? Are you this stupid? Yes, you are. I shouldn't ask that. People around Nancy Pelosi, are you this stupid? Do you really think that you're going to be able to somehow or another control these people? The only way you'll do it, gang, is top down, bottom up, and inside out. And it will be the night of long knives. It will be a purging of this country. You encourage this, and it's going to require the top to come down and stop it. People are already saying it here in New York. Is there got to be some way this government can stop this? Really? How exactly?
Troops. Send in the Marines.
Yeah.
Clear them out.
Mm-hmm.
Tanks.
Mm-hmm.
You could stop it pretty easy.
Yes, you could.
You stop it in 10, 15 minutes.
Yes, you could. And
Not that hard.
Wouldn't that be great if we could
just shut them down?
Oh, if we could just get the government to do that?
Can we at least force them to take a bath? Can we do that?
No, I don't think we can. No, I don't think
I
we
love
can.
the signs, about saving the planet, keep the planet, save the planet for the future. And you see nothing but acres and acres of trash and litter everywhere. And people defecating on police cars. That's all very environmentally friendly.
Here's the one that I think everybody who is in... I said this about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. Capitalists. If you think that you can play footsies with these people, you're wrong. They will come for you and drag you into the streets and kill you. Yeah, well, they're very upset. You darn right they're very upset. They're Marxist radicals who had the CEO, Blank Fine's head, the CEO of Bank of America, they had his head on a pike. You can have all the George Bush or Barack Obama and a crazy Hitler mustache pictures you want. You've got a head of a bank, his head on a pike. You have a Muslim extremist who was over in the glorious Arab Revolution talking about revolution here and how they're going to topple the United States of America. And nobody cares. If you don't think that these people, they're turning on the people who encouraged them. Remember I told you 2006? I said, Democrats, get out of bed with the Michael Moores of the world. You think you're using them. They're using you. And in the end, they'll kill you. You remember me saying that, Stu? Remember how crazy that sounded at the time? When Jimmy Carter had...
2004, wasn't it?
2004, you're right. Yeah. In 2004, when Jimmy Carter had Michael Moore in the presidential box. Get out of bed, Democrats, with these people. You don't know what you're messing with. Well, let me say it again. Last call, Democrats. Get out of bed with these people. No, he's going to listen. And it's going to end. These guys are worse than Robespierre from the French Revolution. Remember, Robespierre wasn't talking about just beheading everybody. That came later. These guys don't even have power. They don't even have power. They'll kill everybody.
Well, I mean, isn't the argument against this, though, that they haven't done any of this stuff yet? I mean, they have hanging people in effigy, and that's obviously bad. But, what have they done? They walked into some traffic. They've had some misdemeanor arrests. They're a little dirty. They don't shower. But outside of that,
defecating. Right. They're calling for revolution.
Mm-hmm. But they haven't done anything violent. So why are you saying...
They're calling for the overthrow of the United States government. When do we take people at their word? We don't even have anybody saying anything on the Tea Party, anything like this. And the media is like, where are the people? You got to disavow these people. Are you kidding me? When we were talking about the spending limits, when we said don't raise the debt ceiling, What did the media say? These people are calling for a destruction of the country, the whole system. If you do that, the whole system will fail. You can't do that. These people are revolutionaries. No, sir. These people are revolutionaries. They're actually calling for the violent overthrow of the United States government. And nobody seems to matter. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. At what point are you going to understand the revolutionary part of their title? At what point are you going to start taking people at their word? Nobody seems to take the Palestinians at their word. They're saying they're going to wipe out every Jew on the planet. Nobody seems to take Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. Well, you know what? It's happened before. It happens like this every time.
Yeah, I mean, you spoke pretty clearly, too, about the difference between inside the group, and that there's a bunch of useful, which you've been calling useful idiots, which I think is a pretty apt description, of people who just are against things and are pissed off at banks and don't like the fact that they don't have jobs and want to go out there and hook up with young girls who happen to be other protesters. I mean, we've seen pictures of that on the Blaze today. But it's like you take that, there's a whole other group of people. When you're going around and you're carrying the head of a real person on a pike in protest.
And you've already gone to their homes.
And you've gone to their homes. You've scared their children in their house. When you start adding all those things on top of each other, can you imagine the other side of it? Can you imagine some leftist icon who's alive and living in the face of the policies the Tea Party doesn't like, and you had Tea Party members carrying around their heads on pikes? I mean, can you imagine the outcry? And rightfully so. That would be, we would lead it. We would say that is absolutely not the. I mean, you should be thrown out of the group. The Tea Parties would chase you out of a rally.
Disavowed.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But they chase you out of a rally. They did it for less. For
a head on a pike.
I mean, that's insanity.
GBTV.